fidgeting with my hair. And I did cry about it because it looks like shit. I am on my period, and that's why I look so fabulous. I try to do that when I'm menstruating. I'm like, just go all out, do glamour. Fine, okay, I'll show off what I'm wearing. Look at these earrings. Hello, little, their hands like this, and they're. I think they were supposed to be pomegranates, but I do believe that they're anatomical hearts. So that's a little fun. Um, what? Oh, my what? My fur coat? Oh my god, we didn't even notice I had such glamour on. Oh my god, how crazy coquette of me. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know if it's real fur, and I'm gonna pretend like it's not, but I did get it at the thrift. Look at it. Look at it. They're one of those, I will say. It is sized annoyingly because it doesn't cover me forearm at all. And I know it's because the girlies back in the day had gloves. They would wear bloody gloves. I don't have gloves, so fine, I'm gonna have to go buy some gloves unless you want to buy them for me. Let's intro. Let's do the intro. Hi, welcome to the Christiane Blah Blah Show. My name is Christiane, and this is Michou. Episode 2. You know, I'm far less stressed about this episode because, um, like, we're here. We're doing it. There's nothing, there's no ifs, ands, or bloody buts about it. We're here. Um, I will say I didn't want to film today. I didn't. I was upstairs menstruating, and now I'm downstairs menstruating. Drink of choice is this. Yeah, I drink wine with ice and I was gonna say lollipop. This is for your audio, my audio peeps. It's ice in a. I don't. Hey, I'm so angry that I have to describe this. It's just a glass of wine. This shouldn't be making me angry. It's a glass of wine with ice in it, and it's a tinto de verano con un popote with a straw, because that's what makes me happy. If I'm around you, oh, see, I feel like a princess now. If I'm around you and I'm in a bad mood, um, just give me one of them. Just give me one of them, and I'll be just fine. Anyway, I do have to make sure because my camera can only record 30 minutes, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm on top of that shit. It's also you don't give a shit, so sorry about that one. What happened this week? Or these past 2 weeks? Crazy times. I think what I've realized is I doom scroll a lot on the internet. I've it's the year of realizing things. Okay? But I will say everyone's on the go, and it really makes me mad. Hey, I need people to sit down. But I don't know where everyone's going either. And I think that's what kind of aggravates me. I'm like, "Hey, where are we going?" Everyone's on on the run, on the move, trying to make plans with friends. And oh, sorry, this happened or what? I'm like, "Hey, where are you going though?" I feel so out of the loop when it comes to like social things. I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm busy. I'm so busy too." And I'm wallpapering my bedroom. I'm like, "I'm so busy. Oh my god, I so many dates, so many lovers. It's crazy out here." And I'm wallpapering my bathroom and bedroom. Oh my god. It looks really good though. If you want to see it, yeah, why aren't you following me on Instagram? That's pretty rude of you. I'm a little bit too live and alive in my stories. So if that is something that you like, go ahead and view that. Um but yeah, I've noticed that especially with January and everyone has all these resolutions. I'm tired. I'm Why is no one taking naps? Hey, why are you taking a little snooze midday? Spain did a lot of things wrong, pero lo que hizo bien fue la siesta. Lo que hizo bien España la siesta. Hey, you know what? At 2 to 4 p.m., estoy fuera de casa. I am not at home. Well, I am at home, pero taking the nappy. You know, like, that's so lush. That's so smart and inventive. They literally invented nothing else of significance but la siesta. Credit, I'm going to give it where it's due. Gracias, España. Gracias, España. Oh, I know I'm not the only one that does this. I know you do it too, but you're afraid to admit it because you are afraid of your own shadow. But I am not. Yeah, I'll scroll on boys' Instagram. I'll do it. I have my own special time. I have my accounts that I go and I'll snoop. We're all a little snoopy, okay? But there's one in particular. There's two accounts in particular. Well, one of them is I'm definitely more obsessive about, and then the other one was like, oh, a perchance. It was like, oh my god, what's this motherfucker doing? Click. Let's do the one that it gets a little unhealthy. It gets a little unhealthy. There's this man. um and he's an artiste, man. He's a musician. Oh my god. I know. Shut up. I know it. But he's like a really good musician. And he's like a quirky musician. I don't know if I should say it, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's an accordion player, but like he's an accordion player, you know? Like he's very like accordion about it. He's not like, "Hi, I play the accordion." He's like, "Hi, I play the accordion." Oh my god. Okay, say less. Let me scroll. I love each and every one of his videos. I think he's fantastic. I will say the glamour, the glitz and the glamour is no longer. Because today, on this day, while I was doing the scrolling, I saw one of his videos pop up on my feed, and he was wearing no-show socks. He was wearing no-shows, man. Oh, the magic is gone. The magic. Hey, lose my number. You don't have it, but if one day in the future you do, go ahead and delete it. I don't need this for me. Men can't wear no-shows. That's for girls. I said selfies in episode 1. Selfies are for girls. No-show socks are also just for girls. You can't wear that. I thought you were a man. I thought you were... Why don't you have calloused feet? Huh? Mm-mm. I did in that moment because I am menstruating. I was so enraged by his sock of choice that I was this close to unfollowing, but I didn't. I was like, girl, you're not yourself. Just close the phone. It's okay. But that really angered me. And then the other account that made me feel so good about myself. I was like, wow, I am the sexiest person to ever exist. You know when there was this man I was obsessed with. About 5 years ago. But when I say obsessed, it was like, bitch, you need to go get a lobotomy. Like, this is unhealthy. I'm obsessed with this man. History happens. I haven't talked to this man in over 3 years. Like, a long time. I forgot the man bloody existed. But I'm scrolling. You know, on Instagram, it's like people you might know. Sometimes I'll see, oh, do I know this person? Oh, but did I know that man? I said, click. When I tell you that this man, he also treated me not very good. He also treated me like shit, okay? And that's a story for another time, but let's stay on track to this one. This motherfucker, when I tell you he's so ugly now, oh my god! Not to be mean, but like actually to be mean, he's so ugly. Oh my god! I didn't know that he could get that ugly. If I knew that was his future, I wouldn't have done him. I wouldn't have done that. So ugly. I I actually was shocked though. I was zooming in so much. I was like, this cannot be the same man. This cannot be the same man. And it was. He looks like a skinhead. I might have to cut that one out. Actually, no, it's fine. Like, my mom listens to this, and like my 18 cousins, we're good. He's not listening to this. It's fine. Um, I was shocked though, but it gave me a boost of confidence, and I was like, wow, when you're a shitty person, it's gonna show. Like it's gonna physically just show because all of that negative energy. This man was just such a he was such a dunce, like so um uninteresting, but thought he was interesting, artsy, but not really creative, wanted to be creative, like that. You know what I mean? And would use people so much, like so much. He would like know how to like charm you. I will say that's something he always had was he was a charmer. He was definitely charming. But no, like I give this to you as advice. Like when you're shitty to people and you don't rectify, um, and like know how to apologize, you're gonna become ugly. So like quit the Botox, quit the fillers, just be a good person and you're gonna have like such glowy skin. You're gonna be like, oh my, everyone's gonna be saying like, what's your skincare routine? What's your skincare routine? And all you're gonna say is, oh, I'm just nice. I'm just a good person. I think it'll work wonders. Um, that was something I really enjoyed seeing that he looks like a rat. So I recently in the past, like I think it was 2 weeks ago, I watched the Elvis movie. Please, we're not going to be discussing the Elvis movie because that made me regress in my emotional maturation about 7 years. I hated that movie with a passion. Austin Butler is the bane of my existence. If I see him in real life, it's on sight. I, this hand is going to be making moves at the speed of fucking light straight to his fucking jaw. Sorry, his face really pisses me off. It just, oh, he loves the smell of his own shit. Oh, he's one of those guys that farts and then he like scoops a fart and smells it. And he's like, yeah, man, that's so good in his little fucking dumbass Elvis accent. Oh, I hate this man with con una pasión que no puedo controlar. After watching the Elvis movie, I was like, why is everyone so like get their panties in a wad for Elvis? I was like, he's actually not that cute, but let me Google. Let me Google Elvis hot. Elvis young, you know? And I'm scrolling, I'm like, this motherfucker. Mr. Elvis Presley is the quintessential man that just has like blue eyes and that's all he's got going for him. And he can like move his junk. He's a blue-eyed junk mover. And that's not gonna cut it for me, babe. He's one of those like when those people that have literally nothing else going for them, but they just so happen to have blue eyes and they stare at you like really intensely. I'm like, you're giving me the creeps, dog. You look like a demon. Close them eyes. And I don't know why this like epidemic is happening, but I'm like, I don't trust blonde people and I don't trust blue-eyed people. Can you figure out why? I'm going to leave that up to you to figure out why. But they just like I don't vibe. I don't vibe with a light-eyed, light-haired human being. Have one or the other. You can have blonde hair with brown eyes. That's a great concoction. That's a great coctelito de humano, you know? And then you can have dark hair with light eyes. But don't you come up in my face with blue eyes and blonde hair saying, "Hey girl, hey, 6 feet apart. I'm gonna ask you to never look at me and or be in my presence ever again. Respectfully. But also a little disrespectfully as well. I'm sorry. And if you are a blonde, blue-eyed person, there's changes that can be made. And I'm here. I'll support them. If you want to go ahead and dye your hair, there's colored contacts as well. You know, the world is your oyster. Sometimes, like, I do believe that we should all be ourselves, but sometimes you shouldn't. Sometimes you should not be yourself. Sometimes you're off-putting. Everyone's always like, girl, why are you so alone and you don't leave your house? The only people saying that is my mom. She's like, oh, you've been in your house for 3 days. Why is that? I'm like, because I crack myself up. I don't have to leave my house. I'm so funny and fun. Why would I go out there? To get my feelings hurt? No thanks. I'm good right here. Thanks though, girl. Hey, thanks, girl. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I have a social life. I do. I know I like joke around about it. I have so many friends. I know I'm always like self-deprecating when it comes to I have like a lot of actually I think I'm the person that has the most friends on this planet, I think. I have written down for episode 2 that I don't trust people that don't like sauce. And I do believe this very wholeheartedly. If you don't like sauce or like salsa or like aderezo, what is it called? Dressing. I think there's something wrong with you for real though. Like, what are you going to do? Just like eat dry? Like, eat something dry? A lot of people don't like, they'll eat a salad without dressing. I'm like, the dressing's the best part. Who's eating lettuce leaves? Like, no one. No one's doing that. But once you put the Caesar dressing, the Italian dressing, when you put the oil, the aceite, and then the vinagre, the vinegar, that's when it's good. You're raw dogging lettuce. How could you? Not even Banana Girl. What was her name? Freely the Banana Girl does that. Even she uses sauce. So I think you have an eating disorder. I think it was a video that I watched of Trisha Paytas. And she was just saying that she really doesn't like sauce. And she just eats like chicken nuggets with no ketchup, pasta with no sauce. I'm like, you're dry inside. You are not moisturized. You're not moisturizing your intestines. You should get that checked. That's so weird. I think a big part of my personality is the fact that I love una salsita. If I'm just having like a little piece of bread or something, ponle salsita. If you're doing una pastita, ponle su salsita. Anything. If I'm having a toast, what is it? Like a toast with salmon on top, I'm like, it's gonna need some hot sauce. If this might sound disgusting for some people, but when I don't know what to eat, I'll do my Ezekiel bread. Don't shame me. That's the best fucking bread out there. Ezekiel bread. It comes in a little orange suit. And it's usually in the freezer section. But it's the best bread on the fucking planet. So I'll get my Ezekiel. I'll get my salmon, my salmon. I'll put that on top sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes. I'll put cheese before. Not a cream cheese. We're not doing cream cheese. Like a boursin. Or like something cream cheese like, but has like herbs and spices in it. Then you put the salmon. And then you always have to finish it off with hot sauce. Cholula. Oh, that is my favorite lunch of all time. I love Cholula. The lime Cholula. It's so good because it's like watery. It's not as heavy as a Valentina. Wow, I didn't know this was going to happen today on the pod. But I do think the type of salsa or sauce that you like is very important. And if you don't like spicy food, I respect you, but I don't like you. I not that I really like super spicy food, but I like a tangy something going on. I love spice and I love vinegary things. I could eat pickled anything for the rest of my life. I love the way that it just like burns my esophagus. And then like when it hits your stomach, it goes thump in your stomach and then it's kind of starts getting funky in there. I love that. I don't know. It makes me feel alive. I feel like, wow, my body's working. It's doing what it needs to do. I have a bone to pick with Hollywood. What, girl? You can't go against Hollywood. You're just a little pea-brained little girl who's on her period and making a podcast. Wait. I think Hollywood is so annoying. And when I mean Hollywood, you know what I mean. You know what you know the reference of what Hollywood entails. I think all these middle-aged fucks need to literally go fuck themselves. I'm sorry. It's sounding rude and it's because I've had half my drink already. So give me a minute. But the aging talent of Hollywood needs to let new motherfuckers in. And I'm so tired of this whole discussion of like, oh, the youngsters and Gen Z and millennials are so blah, blah, blah. Be quiet. Okay? Aging Hollywood actors are so scared that they're actually not young anymore. Like I no one comes to mind, but I think this idea really started resonating with me after what was it, the Emmys or whatever. And I'm looking at all these people on the red carpet. I'm like, why are you not in a retirement home? Like not to be ageist or anything, but the only person that is old that's allowed to be there is uh Meryl Streep. I was gonna say Sheryl Crow. I don't know anything about Sheryl Crow, but Meryl Streep is allowed to be there. Everyone else, I'm like, it's okay to not always be in the loop all the time. You know what I want to do? I am in the market of being a one hit wonder. I'm so ready to be a one fucking hit wonder. Hey, sign me up. I'll have my little 15 minutes of fame and then I'm going to piece the fuck out, buy my chateau in the south of France, raise some cows and call it quits. I don't need to be the top fucking tier person all the time. And there's, some of those actors that they're just always there. And I'm like, do you not have a life? Do you not do things outside of your career? Like, fame and fortune is not I mean, at least for me, it's not. But I'm like, it's okay, like, if that's your passion. But I feel like a lot of Hollywood actors and even people behind the scenes, it's like, oh, these young people don't understand. And I'm speaking as if I'm 18. I'm allegedly 28. And which is not young, but it's not old. It's like this, like, I don't know, this weird in between. I get very frustrated, especially as a woman in and or adjacent to the entertainment industry, um that I'm not very I'm not taken seriously a lot, especially in like the online content creation world. And then now that I'm getting into like acting and improv, it's also the same, that I just don't feel like I'm as respected as like my fellow scene members. And I don't know. I don't Maybe it's a sense of insecurity that I have, but I do feel like sometimes I have to puff out my chest a little bit too much to like overcompensate for what I think other people are thinking of me. But that's for therapy. That I'm gonna save that for next therapy session. But it's like I feel like I have to do double what so many other people are doing. And it's not a gendered thing. It's like people that are older and then people that think that they're better. Um and I'm just over it. I'm like, why wouldn't you want to mentor other people that have similar passions as you? And that's something that I look for a lot, is like I want a mentor, and I've been looking for someone that could like really ground me in what I like doing and what my passions are. And it's just like the 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 doors aren't even being seen. Like I know the doors are closed, but the door I'm like I don't even know where the doors are because people are just so catty, especially in the entertainment industry. And I'm so over it. If you want me to be your mentor, I'll do it. But I need to find mine first. Okay, please. Kind of in the same vein as like entertainment industry. It's actually not in the same vein. It's another artery completely. But let's talk about Letterboxd because I'm getting so angry with the users on Letterboxd. I am a Letterboxd fiend. I love it. I watched 150 films last year, and my goal this year is 200. Okay. So I'm on there a lot. Okay. I'm reviewing, I'm reading, scrolling, and just catching a vibe before I'm going to watch a movie. I am so over these motherfuckers doing reviews where they give you the whole fucking synopsis of the film before they get to their actual fucking review. Hey, what the fuck? Letterbox is supposed to be like fun and flirty and like I just want to comment on those reviews that gives you the whole fucking plot summary before and then they're like read more on my website. I'm like, who is going to your no one's going you have 12 followers. No one is going to your website to read your review. Just hey, leave it on Letterboxd. Just leave your review on Letterboxd. I want to know what you fucking think of it. Are you Are you mad? I hate it. My review's simple and sweet. 2, maybe 3 lines. Maybe 3 lines, and I'm always in love with putting a quote from the film that really stuck with me. I'll do a little quote, I'll do a little this is what I felt, and then this is also what I felt. Thank you so much. Done. Done. You don't. Some of y'all take this shit too seriously. It's too much. It's so too much. Okay. I understand that there's like this aura of pretentiousness when it comes to film, but oh my god, sometimes it's just a movie. Sometimes it's just a movie. Sometimes you just went to the theater, you watched a bloody movie, and you want to be like, I really like that one. That one was really good. I liked this quote. I liked this bit of it. I resonated with this. Thank you so much. Have a good bloody night. Review. I don't know. It's getting to a point where I think people want to have like film critic uh, careers via Letterboxd. No. I've been really contemplating my life in the sense of like, oh, like when someone is in the graveyard where I'm going to be buried, I will have like my Wikipedia information on my tombstone. It'll be like Christiane Escobar was born on this day and then whatever. So I was thinking about like, okay, like my years. Okay, we're starting with 19 allegedly. We're allegedly starting with 1995. And I was thinking, okay, like as, you know, a grown ass woman in the year 2024, like we've really gone through a lot of distinct musical eras. At least I have. And I'm saying from 2000 when I was allegedly 5 to like 2015, 2017 when I was allegedly in college. I'm like that's like that I have a lot of memories of music and how music played a role in my life. I will say I think there's 3 different eras of music in that, let's say like 15-year time span. I was the youngest of 3 girls growing up. My eldest was 7 years my senior, or is 7 years my senior. And so then I was like really connected with pop culture from like my own generation, but also my sister's generation. And I do think that's really cool because I think I can connect with a lot of different types of people because of that. But I was thinking about it, I was like, there was such like succinct like music conglomeration eras, right? I feel like 2000 to 2005 was like the like boy band era, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. It was very like we're in a group and we're gonna do group shit and we're gonna have spiky hair. And it was very like electronic adjacent. It was like electro punk, also choreograph. But then this is where it gets funky because then we get Britney Spears. Because then we get, yeah, Britney, and she was in obviously the early aughts. But I do think she was the real introduction of like the girly pop era of like '05 to 2010. Like that was so like, I'm a girl boss. I'm gonna do my own thing. And it really moved into like solo careers. I don't know. I feel like it was like obviously Britney Spears was the biggest one, but then you have like Disney Channel stars doing the same shit. You had like Hilary Duff wanting to have a music career. And then it goes into um 2010 to 2015. I never know if to say 2010 or 2015 because now we say 2024. I don't know. It's mind-boggling. But 10 to 15 was like the quintessential Tumblr indie sleaze alternative. Like we're gonna wear so much black eyeliner, but also play the banjo. It was so odd. Mumford and Sons. Paramore was really big. It doesn't. I mean, it's not the same vibe, but like, you know what I mean. Who else? It's giving me like Father John Misty. I was obsessed with the Strokes. They were already like pretty big at that point anyway. They're like more of an aughts type of, they're more like 2005 to 10. Um but yeah, like I just feel like those are such, what was popular in media shifted so much on those three like 5-year periods, and I'm like, wow, I got to experience those things, and that's really cool. I don't know now because everything is digitized and it's hard to decipher the different like styles of what we're going through now. Like now I don't even know what it is. Like I have no idea. I know the music I like listening to, but it doesn't feel as like succinct as it did before, which I think is a nice thing that we all can kind of interact with music in very different ways. But I don't know. I think my favorite, obviously, because I was going into high school from 2010 to 2015. I have very fond memories of like that was when I was creating my musical identity as a person. Uh and so then I do think I have like a fondness for like this like indie alternative rock music. Um it's just such a like a soft spot in my heart. I never delete any Spotify playlists that I have. And so I was going back through my like archived playlists and I re-listened to my high school playlist, and it was like, oh, you bet I cried. Of course I cried. Are you kidding me? What a snapshot of my history. Like that's why I'm obsessed with making playlists. I'm obsessed with taking photos and videos and capturing things. Um because it's something that I love a good, let's sit down and reminisce. I love it. I think memories are so special and so it's what keeps us alive, because those memories, when we die, not to get existential right now, but when we die, like they're gone. They're gone. You know, I there's so much sadness in that, but there is also a beauty in that. That I'm like, when I'm alive, I do want to cherish those memories, whether it be music, film, um, whatever. Like me videotaping this and that, or photos and photo albums. That's something we don't do anymore. Photo albums. Have you realized that? No one has photo albums anymore. My mom gave me these old family photos from like people that I didn't even meet. but it's like her grandparents or her great grandparents. And I'm like, I'm already planning my gallery wall atop my piano. I picked about like 15 or 20 photos that really spoke to me, that were not only my memories, but like my family's memories. I'm like, I don't know this person, but like sitting down with my mom and her telling me the memories of this person, I felt really connected to them. And I was like, oh my God, this person means a lot to my mom. So therefore, they're going to mean a lot to me. And that, wow. It, yeah, I'm emotional. I might cry right now. Hold on. I don't know. I get a lot of pride from my family history and my family tradition. I think tradition is so cool. Like, I don't know. I'm not a religious person, but I grew up Catholic, and just like there's so many things wrong with the Catholic Church. Not to say that they're perfect, but there's such tradition in the church, and I know so many other religions feel the same way, that it's like I don't feel like I'm going to go to hell if I don't go to church or pray every day. But it's like, even I was talking to my sister about it, of like baptizing your children. And I was like, I want to baptize my children, not because I think that they're getting saved, but it's like such a beautiful ceremony of like, what you gave birth to a healthy baby, hopefully. And your family is coming together and blessing the child and hoping that they have a good life. I'm going to cry again. Wait. No, stop, girl. Stop that. Oh my God. Ew. Stop crying. Stop crying. Stop. They're going to make fun of you online. They're going to say you have an ugly crying face. We're going to stop crying right now, and we're going to go. Let's get into our advice segment of the pod. I had two entries. I'm going to hopefully try to get through both of them, but I cannot promise, because remember, this is the blah blah show. We blabbermouth a lot here. So okay. This comes Hold on, let me get comfy for this one. Okay, this advice comes from Teva. Teva, we met in college. Thank you so much for sending in a request for my guidance. I'm so scared because it was prompted with, unfortunately, too attracted to this white blonde man. And we all know how I feel about blonde people. So, okay. Teva, what do you want to know?
Hey girl, how's it going? So basically my problem, or whatever I need advice on, is that I was in a situationship, RIP, that just ended, which is fine. However, I can't, how do you say, beat my meat without thinking of him. So I guess I just wanted advice on what to do when it's impossible to jerk off without seeing this person's face in your head, which is upsetting for many reasons. So would love your advice on that, because yeah. Also, he's a fucking blonde man, so you can imagine my chagrin and how much this vexes me. So any advice you have, would love to hear it. Hope you're doing well. Bye.
Teva, no. Teva. Thank you so Thank you so much for sending that over. Wow. Girl, I can't help ya. I can't. I have a few faces that I keep in my brain. This is hard. What was like the closure of that relationship? I think that is very important, of like, you probably can't get over it because because there was dude, I'm sorry. Teva, sorry, I'm over the term situationship. I'm like, you're either dating me or you're not. And I'm not like, if we are romantically involved in any way or there's romantic thoughts, like we're dating. I hate this fucking situationship bullcrap. It's like, from my understanding, is like you're sleeping together, but there is no label to it. Like you're dating them. That's you're dating them. It's not. I don't know. I have never really been in that position of being in a situationship because I'm either like, hey, you either are in it to win it or you're not. So I think what happens with these situationships, where one or both parties are too scared to bring up a conversation of like, what are we or what's going on? Like, of course, like if things end or if things don't go, move forward, um yeah, your subconscious is like, oh my god, I really really like this person, so when I'm in a pleasurable moment, I'm gonna think about this person. It's just, I don't know. I think my advice for you, Miss Teva, is either reach out and say, hey, I don't like the way this ended and it's like really fucking with me. Like, do you want to grab a coffee and we can talk about it? And that could very well be like, hey, we're ending it. Or, no, we're ending it. I don't know. I'm having a hard time answering this question. um, it's, closure is so important. And I know you can't always have closure. I've not had closure a couple times. And it sucks. Don't get me wrong. It really, really fucking sucks. But I think getting like a poster, getting a poster of Mads Mikkelsen, a jumbo poster of Mads Mikkelsen, and put that shit on your ceiling. And anytime you're getting groovy with it, just look up to Mads. Just look up to Mads and make fucking direct eye contact with Mads. That's my answer for you. Let's grab coffee, Teva, and we can like talk about it off cam. Next comes from Amaya. This is in Spanish, I'm pretty sure. I don't listen to these beforehand, by the way. So I might have to do some translation stuff here. But I also, hey, why are you guys asking me for relationship advice? I'm the last person you should be asking. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm better at like family dynamics. I'm better at like work problems in the workplace. What's going on? Or like inner problems. Not like well, also health problems. I'm good at that stuff. Thank you so much for everyone that thinks that I am wise enough to give you relationship advice. God bless, truly. But Amaya, I have a sneaking suspicion that it is also relationship uh in that area. So let's see. I might have to stop. So, okay, let's go. Oops, I played the wrong one. Okay, now for real.
Hola, Christiane, bla bla. Necesito un consejo y esto va muy en serio.
She said, "Hi, Christiane, blah blah. I need some advice, and this is serious."
Para conseguir un marido millonario,
to get a millionaire husband
que me trate como la reina que soy, pero que no me esté chingando todo el día.
Oi, oi. Oh, that's mine. That's mine back. Okay. So her question was, this is a serious question. How do I get a rich husband that won't be like annoying me all day? That is like not on like yeah, annoying me all day. Girl, do you think I would be sitting in this chair talking to you if I knew? Do you think? I don't know. Also, let's like psychoanalyze that a little bit, Amaya. I will say, will money's fun. I will say, I love money. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't love money. I love money, but why do you love money? I love money because I love spending money. I like going to nice dinners. I like buying things for my home. I like going to visit family. I like going on vacation. Like I love money for those things. Um I don't necessarily I'm a hoarder but not of money, and I don't like when people say money doesn't buy happiness because it truly does. It really does, but what I'm recording, can I call you back? It's okay. Love you, darling. Ciao, ciao. Te amo. Bye. I understand that money makes life easier because it does, but I don't know. It's like I'll always joke around with like, yeah, I just need a millionaire husband and my problems would go away. Yes, they would. But you have to put into perspective, it would be like I really like this guy and he so happens to have money. You have to make that switch. And not that you're going to go date a poor person. You know what I mean? Like I do have a standard, and it's not a monetized standard, but like I have a standard of living that me myself I am able to, like, I have on my own. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be with someone who does not at least match that. I think the problem here is that you, Amaya, are finding very clingy men. And Amaya lives in Mexico City. We understand the Mexico City scene, the Mexican man scene. They can get at times a little clingy, and it's very serious very quickly, which is not my vibe, and it is a big reason why I don't date Mexican men. It's just no, no es mi estilo, no me gusta. Um, it's just like so in your face all the time. And I would tell Amaya, you need to move. You need to get out of there. You need to fly away. um, but it's like a Latino culture thing that it's like, oh, like you're meeting parents on like date 4. It's so much. I'm like, oh my god, hell no. Um, so I think you need to open up your horizons on the types of men that you're dating, because a lot of the times you'll get like businessmen, like Mexico City businessmen. They're like entrepreneur business, like just gel back hair, like, sí, mi reina. Sí, ¿qué vale? ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo vas? ¿Vamos a cenar? Oh, sorry. Sorry. It's just not. I think also setting the intention at the beginning of any date is very important. I've gone on a couple of first dates recently that it's like it might come off a little crass, but it's like, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. Is this something that you're able to provide for me? Listen, remember when I said I like traditional? I do. I want a man that is going to provide for me. And that means so many different ways, in an emotional way, companionship way, in like they're going to take care of me. And I want to have a man that is like so confident in themselves that they are willing to do that for me. I know I didn't answer your question, and I'm sorry, because I don't even know. I don't even know. And I'm really also over this like whole like I'm trying to be cool in the dating scene. I'm just so tired. I'm tired of, yeah, it's like, oh no, like what, like 35-year-old men trying to like be cool. I don't know. I just there's so many people dating that are so unserious, and it just is really off-putting for me. And I don't want to be going on a million first dates. I don't want to be, I don't know you. And it's so frustrating. And there's so many times I've been back on dating apps for like a month and a half, and I'm already like, I need to get off again. I don't. I hate this. It's so superficial. It's so mundane. Everyone is so boring. I entertain myself so much better. I'm maybe I'm the love of my life. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. That in this lifetime, my mission is to just love myself. Oh, that sounds like bull crap. But it is. I don't know. Anyway, Amaya, I don't know. I don't know how you're going to get a millionaire that's going to treat you like a princess, but also not be on your ass all the time. I don't know. I don't know. If you figure it out, let me know because I'd like to also know the secret. I think that is the end of episode 2. Thank you to everyone that submitted a voice note for advice. Thank you for everyone for listening. This is so much fun. I feel much better now. I'm so glad I recorded today. I really really needed it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please rate the podcast 5 stars. I would really appreciate that on Spotify. Interact with YouTube if you can. If you can watch this, that'd be lovely. But I appreciate all of the support and I can't wait for next time. Thank you. I'm gonna go take una siesta. Ciao, ciao. Saludos.